Hi, welcome. So in this video, I'm going to build on the previous video, where in the previous video this is the Git booster video, I did everything on the command line. In this video, I'm going to do everything using a program called SourceTree, which is available for both Windows and Mac. It's a fantastic program. It's free, and I recommend it. I use it all the time. So let's get started. So I'm back here on the organization, the class GitHub page, right? CSEI 18 Fall 2015. I can see that I have a repository, so I'm only seeing the ones that are visible to me. You should as well only see the ones visible to you. I've started to filter mine because I've created all yours, so I can see all yours too. So in this case, I want to kind of give you a view of what you might see. So you will see something similar to this. I'm going to go ahead and click into this repository, and just like we did in the last exercise, I've already updated this file, so I've already done edits to it. That's okay. I'm just going to redo that same example here. I'll just change what I edited. This time we're going to use SourceTree. So let's get started with that. So again, I have my URL over here in the corner, or on the right hand side. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open SourceTree. I have a bunch of repositories here, so I'm going to, let's see here. So I have all your remotes, but I'm going to close that one. So now I'm back in SourceTree here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say File, New / Clone, and I'm going to say Clone from URL. So it's going to give me the URL. I'm going to paste that URL in here. I'm not going to do anything else. If I click into one of these other things, it automatically fills in for me. I am going to do one change. I'm going to not put it in my workspace. I'm just going to put it right in my documents. And if you notice, the name of the repository ends up becoming a directory on my file system. And that's it. I'm going to say clone. And here it is. So now you can see that I've cloned it. I have, this is the stuff I did previously, so it will show you a history of all your commits, and this is the top level here is the latest and greatest, so that's the last thing that I did in Git is up at the top here, and you can see what those edits were. Red lines mean stuff I deleted, green lines was stuff that was added, so this is very helpful. It's a nice visual way to look at the Git repository. So this time, instead of using the command line to edit, I'm going to use just an editor. So I'm going to actually use an editor called Atom. And I'm going to say File, Open. And for this one, I'm going to go to my directory in my documents. So here's the Git repository that I just downloaded, or I just cloned. Right? And there's a file in here called README, which is the one I want to edit. Say open that file. So let's make some changes. So say my name is still Eric Parker. Yes, I have used Git. Let's see. And you should as well. Put some exclamations there. This, let's see, time I am using SourceTree, right? Very cool. So I've made those edits. Save the file. Now when I come back to SourceTree, it's telling me that there are these uncommitted changes, and it will actually show me visually what those changes look like in the file. So I can see that I actually have, in the way it looks at the file, and it will break it up into these hunks, and so I can choose to discard hunks or I can stage hunks. In this case, I'm just gonna keep everything that I did. So remember from the command line we had that modified files, and then we had files that were staged or not staged. So this is the situation where we did git status and it was red telling me that it's been modified but not staged. So in order for me to stage it, I just have to click this checkbox. That's it. Now it's staged. So now I can commit it. And I come up here and push the commit button. And remember the place where I said -m and put a message in? So now I have a big box here. I can say this is, that's not right. Message for this commit using SourceTree. I can put longer messages in here. Now one thing that's neat here is, remember before when we committed and it didn't automatically push the files up to GitHub, there's a little box here I can check that when I click commit, it will automatically push those changes up to GitHub. If I didn't check this box, I can still commit, but the commit would only be in my local cloned version of the repository. And then I would have to do the extra step of saying push. In this case, I'm just going to check the box. I'm going to say commit. So now that's it. It's done. If I go back to GitHub and I refresh this page, you can see here's my edits that I put in there. So I'm all set now. And I can still get my URL the same way I did before by clicking this. I can just, everything else is the same. The only difference is I use this graphical version of Git called SourceTree, which is free. So you can download it and use it, and it's great. All right, I hope this was a helpful intro to Git using SourceTree.